out here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by London. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
As we watch London get that 1st down, it seems almost unfair about what he can do on a field. Here's a guy who's 6'4", loves to play over the rim and dunk on defenders, and can work out the slot as well as outside the numbers. That's a big reason why he went 8th overall as the 1st receiver taken in a loaded class.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jamison Williams with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. So that's the rookie's 1st trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Go!
And a loose football, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On the ground, it's Akers. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 21. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Being chased out left. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points to Charles, but they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So really a nightmare of a first half for him, Charles. His 2nd lost fumble already.
And when they hand us a stat sheet, Brandon, and we see 2 lost fumbles, we usually think quarterback or running back, don't we? It's not often you see guys on the perimeter lose the ball like that.
Well, the offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
They'll run this with Akers.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes.
Complete to Likely. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. It's Eckler again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Eckler down between the tackles. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. A beautiful fake. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Austin Eckler, his first rushing touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers are back within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Holding. Offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Rodgers. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run.
2nd and 4. On the option, here's Eckler.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
59 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a first down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
That's caught. It's James Washington.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration. On the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Mahomes will try again on second down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Mahomes going to try and run. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And Mahomes going to run again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
On second down, here's the option. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Seahawks take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So that backfired in a big way. A made field goal would have tied the game. Instead, now we're looking at a 9-point spread with an extra point to come.
Not just the point differential. Think about how they feel mentally, because you know in their minds, they saw this game as tied. Now, as you pointed out, it's a bigger deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown 49ers. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Looking for London on the out route complete. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Out to his left. This pass is caught by London. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 36. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is third and under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers finding Williams once more, complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Rodgers again now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Rodgers' throw taken in by London.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Washington.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throw left side, there's London.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a...
Touchdown, Seahawks! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 5. 2:15 remaining. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Mahomes. He's got Smith here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Mahomes.
Pass complete, it's likely. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Mahomes. Right side, there's likely with it.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Here's Mahomes. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Mahomes to throw it. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the focus shifts to the Seahawks offense. Trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. 24 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
London hauls this one in. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught. It's James Washington. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Backed up deep in their own territory, they were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. On play action, Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Going right back to Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run on 3rd and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Logan Wilson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing is Rodgers. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up?
Credit.
Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Up the middle with Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Here's J.K. Scott now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he's able to get it out of there. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers into the hands of London. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll go again here with Akers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.